Hollywood fame may seem glamorous from the outside looking in. Most A-list actors enjoy the spotlight and embrace all of its perks. Thousands of fans, recognition, and a chance to be immortalized. Being famous is not for everyone. It takes a certain type of person to handle such a peculiar way of life. Only a handful of A-list actors prefer to be left alone, not wanting to be worshipped by the masses and live a normal life. Johnny Depp is one of Hollywood's best actors with numerous blockbuster films under his belt. What separates Johnny Depp from the other A-list actors is his dedication to acting.
The important thing is doing the work. The important thing is to act and to do the best job I can. The least important thing to me is becoming famous and being well known and, you know, trying to be everybody's hero.
Being famous was never his motivation. Johnny Depp focuses on putting on his best performance when filming a project. Although being famous has many perks, Johnny Depp describes fame as a strange phenomenon in which people view you as an animal on display. People have a fixated view of how you're supposed to be. Hollywood fans often idolize the people they watch and create a whole fantasy within their heads. Johnny Depp has never changed who he is to fit that fantasy. He appreciates the support from his fans, but doesn't like being the center of attention. Whenever Johnny Depp appears on a talk show, the interviewer tries their best to catch Johnny off guard.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I've not.
And you're too busy to see it, probably?
You know, in a way, you know, once my job is done on the film, it's really none of my business.
Johnny Depp always remains true to himself because it would be disingenuous to the fans if he did otherwise. These days, Johnny Depp focuses on making music, being away from the spotlight, and touring with his band, the Hollywood Vampires. Yep, that's really their name. Another actor that values their craft more than fame is Keanu Reeves, aka Hollywood's nicest actor. Being a genuine person goes a long way. Keanu Reeves makes it an art form. Who would expect to run into Neo from The Matrix on the subway? You will find numerous videos of Keanu Reeves interacting with fans. He never treats them like lesser than. Instead, people who meet Keanu Reeves actually get to converse with him, spend time with him, and get to know the real him. Most A-list actors are surrounded by security, thus blocking them from dealing with people. Keanu Reeves enjoys going out in public and doing normal things. He values hard work, making movies, and doing good deeds.
And it broke down like in this very posh area of Beverly Hills. Then all of a sudden this guy comes up with his sunglasses and motorcycle helmet. And I knew immediately it was Keanu Reeves. He said, no, I'm going to push you out of the street, you get in. When people saw it was Keanu Reeves helping me, everybody came down to help.
Being a famous Hollywood actor didn't affect his personality or attitude towards life. This man is an embodiment of humbleness. Keanu Reeves doesn't want to be worshipped. John Wick appreciates his fans so much he worships them. Tobey Maguire became a household name after the Spider-Man series blew up in the early 2000s. This type of fame didn't come without its drawbacks. Maguire is a reserved individual who doesn't want to be in the spotlight of Hollywood. His fellow co-stars noticed his distaste of the Hollywood game. Some Hollywood actors claim he's hard to work with and unable to compromise. Nonetheless, if one wants to stay relevant in Hollywood, you have to play nice. Tobey Maguire didn't like this. Tobey Maguire is not a fan of paparazzis. I mean, wouldn't you find it annoying if every time you went out in public, people were snapping photos of you, with bright lights and everything? Surprisingly, Tobey Maguire made an appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home. Other than that, Tobey Maguire has focused his time on producing movies instead of starring in them. He explains that he has to be deeply invested in a movie script before taking the acting role. Tobey Maguire prefers to be in the background of a cinema production, as he still enjoys making movies but doesn't want to be famous. Instead, he wants to raise his 2 kids and stay out of the spotlight. Shia LaBeouf is a famous Hollywood actor that grew up in the spotlight. He was a Disney star known for his roles in Even Steven, Holes, and True Confessions. Shia LaBeouf transitioned from a Disney kid to action movie hero. The Transformers movies exploded Shia LaBeouf's career at just the age of 20. Money, fame, and being a young man is a recipe for disaster. No one knows how they're going to handle such circumstances until you're in it. This is around the same time when Shia LaBeouf's personal life became more of a spectacle than his movies. Public outburst, drunk arrest, and antics became the main stories media outlets would report on. Being famous eliminates any privacy you once had. All your mistakes, outbursts, and bad days become headline news. You're no longer seen as a human being with problems. They see you as an entertainer that has to be perfect at all times. Shia LaBeouf says being famous made him feel like a vessel of a human, with no right to privacy. A puppet that is controlled by the industry with no say whatsoever. Shia LaBeouf describes fame as slavery that strips you of individuality. Zach Galifianakis is a comedian slash actor that became famous from his iconic role in the hit movie The Hangover. This hilarious comedy made Galifianakis a celebrity overnight. Interestingly enough, Galifianakis finds Hollywood culture to be extremely cringy. He explains how it doesn't have any culture, original ideas, or good taste. He likes to act in Hollywood but doesn't like to be a part of it. Media outlets like TMZ, People Magazine, and celebrity gossip sites are disgusting.
It's all terrible. I mean, I see people read People Magazine, it's like, you're gonna read a magazine where someone's hiding in the bushes to take a picture of someone's children? You're gonna endorse that?
And today everyone else can take pictures of...
And it's completely legal. The internet's the Wild West. Yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Galifianakis says Hollywood is one big unit that constantly brags about itself in a narcissistic type of way. Although Galifianakis is portrayed as a funny man-child in his biggest films, the real Zach is soft-spoken, introverted, and humble about his celebrity status. The whole idea of being famous makes him feel weird. Galifianakis appreciates his fans but misses being able to be left alone in public. Social media is something Galifianakis never plans to be a part of. Human connection through face-to-face conversations is what he values the most. Although his fans want him to return to the Hollywood big screen, Galifianakis prefers to be in TV shows, away from the Hollywood spotlight. Kristen Stewart is an introvert that accidentally became famous from her role in the iconic Twilight saga. She explained that out of nowhere, the first Twilight movie became an instant hit. Unprepared and shocked at her overnight success, she had to deal with all the problems that came with being a Hollywood celebrity. Add all this to the fact that she was only 17 years of age. Her whole world 180'd from a peaceful existence to being part of the Hollywood spotlight. At first, she enjoyed the attention, but realized the world of Hollywood was darker than it seemed.
From Hollywood and all the glamour and glitz and everything, do you remember your first impression of when you became a part of that world yourself and what it felt like for you?
Yeah, I hated it.
Kristen Stewart is an introverted person who isn't afraid to be herself, always being honest during interviews and making people laugh without trying.
Yeah, I was with Taylor on this last one because Rob was working, and we were able to have a lot more fun this time. He's... That's not what I meant. That's so not what I meant. That's great, that'll follow me around for a while.
She's an inspiration to all the shy people in the world too afraid to be themselves. The young actor became famous before the age of 18 and adjusted to the lifestyle without losing herself. Her fellow co-star, Robert Pattinson, is another famous actor who didn't enjoy the fame he gained from filming Twilight. As a matter of fact, he didn't even like the movie. Being famous all of a sudden caught the actor off guard, as he didn't expect his life to change so drastically in such a short period of time. This heavily affected his dating life as the dynamic shifted within the relationship. His dating options are limited because it takes a certain type of person to date a celebrity.
You get all paranoid about everything and you have no idea why people like you or whatever. And then also, like, most people they may think they want to have a relationship with you, but if they start having a relationship with you, they actually realize, like, oh, this is not what I want at all. It's like, you know, you get all the crazies, you can't do anything. You basically have there's a big imbalance, like, in the relationship and stuff. Like, it's a tough
I never looked at it that way.
Feeling isolated and alone, Robert Pattinson decided to take a step back from the Hollywood spotlight and focus more on indie films. Surprisingly, out of nowhere, Robert Pattinson starred in the 2022 Batman film, delivering an excellent performance as the vigilante detective. These days, Robert Pattinson stays low-key and makes public appearances without the pressure of having to. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. I would really love to hear them. Exercise, drink plenty of water, and keep that mental health in check. I'll see you when I decide to upload again.